Yeah, I mean, I was deeply upset, shocked, I mean, appalled even that, a leader of an organization, a leader of young men, a leader of really football culture in general, would have so many negative, derogatory, hateful, really discriminatory things to say about so many different kind of people. The kind of people that have really built up this organization that he's worked alongside with to gain his success and his notoriety and his career.
Jon Gruden is no longer the coach of the Raiders, obviously. Do you feel like enough has been done here, Russ, or does something else further need to be done?
Yeah, enough has not been done by the resignation of Jon Gruden. I mean, that is just kind of a reactive step in being really caught in of this sense, but the root of the issue runs much deeper. I mean, Jon Gruden wasn't sending those emails to himself. There were people who knew about this language, about this treatment and this viewpoint for a long time, and not only allowed it to continue, but really rewarded him with a max contract and a continued platform. So that speaks to a systemic issue. That speaks to an issue of, who are we hiring? Who are the powers to be? Who are the people invited to the table making decisions, not just for this one head coach, this one organization, but across the league?
It seemed like football had really made progress, and now we find out this happened, and maybe these were the actual real thoughts of Coach Gruden. How about that aspect, Russ? Has not that progress really been made here? Maybe not as much.
Of course, I think there's definitely been progress. We see it, like I said, within players, specifically with Carl Nassib and former and active players coming to support him. I mean, we have seen it with really individuals using their platform for change and for the betterment of all people. But I think what today really says, well, what Jon Gruden's resignation really says in the whole incident is that we're not done yet, that there's much further we need to do, much further we need to go, much more we need to do, and that there's still work to be done. And I think that was something that maybe we all knew, but we're not really being forced to change it. We also need allyship and help in people who aren't affected by racism, who aren't affected by misogyny or homophobia, to step in and say, hey, regardless of whether this affects me directly or not, the league that I work for, the league that I represent, and the league that I believe we are and can be needs to be one of diversity, inclusion, and equal opportunity for all of its people.
What's the message to the NFL, to the powers that be today?
There's work to be done. That putting end racism, on the field in paint means nothing if it's not painted within your staff, it's not painted within really the bread of your organization and your foundation, and that they are capable of this change. People are not asking for anything that is beyond the NFL's capability, and that they just take the time and be intentional with everything that they do moving forward to really breed inclusivity and diversity for all.